What's going on, guys? PepperBelly here, bringing you some more Blacklight Tango Down gameplay, playing on Floodgate, which is one of the coolest maps ever in any game ever made in the entire planet. That's a little bit of an overstatement, because it's a good map, but it's nowhere near, like, mind-blowing. But you'll see right away that I'm going to go into a really nice position where I pretty much am able to kill the entire enemy team for quite some time without them ever even knowing where I am, because they're not paying attention. And eventually they find out where I am, they kill me, and then I get out of the position, start playing more of an aggressive role, which is kind of nice. So, like I said in my last Blacklight Tango Down video that I released a couple days ago, called Remembering the Game That Started It All, or something like that. I don't remember my own video titles, it's kind of ridiculous, but I actually said how, in that video, that the game was pretty much dead, and I was planning on buying it for the PC, or getting the PC version on Steam for $5. I was like, wow, that can't really hurt. I did. And I was playing it, and unfortunately, there's like, the matchmaking on the PC version is actually completely broken, so you can't even find a game, period. The PC version is amazing though, like I can't even begin to explain how much better the PC version of Blacklight Tango Down is. It's the 360 version, it's just holy crap, it looks so much nicer, like, oh my god, it's retarded. And the gameplay is just way smoother. There are a few issues with it, like sprinting. For some reason, when you turn left and right when sprinting, the sensitivity slows way the fuck down, like, which is stupid because the console version doesn't even have that. And if you use a 360 controller on the PC while playing Blacklight Tango Down, that problem ceased to exist. So, explain something to me, zombie. You fucked up pretty bad. Another thing is that they don't actually have toggle iron sights, like hold to zoom. Like, you would have to actually toggle it. There's no option to change that, which is completely retarded considering that's a complete mandatory standard of PC games. Even console games, I guess, not really. But for PC games, it's a huge mandatory thing to have, and unfortunately they didn't do it. Thankfully enough, you can go on Steam, you can read in the forums. There's actually fixes to go into the configuration files and alter things around so that it is hold to zoom, which makes it so much better. And unfortunately though, it doesn't really matter because you can't even play the damn game with anyone because the matchmaking is completely broken. There's people in the forums that are starting up like little groups and stuff, and people are like, oh, let's play together because we haven't actually, like, because the game is way better than Retribution. I have to agree, I prefer Tango Down tenfolds over Retribution. Retribution's a complete failure to me. Like, when it first came out and when it was in closed beta phases, it was kind of good. Like, it wasn't pushing it, and it was good. Like, they were still kind of having all those little gimmicky equipment things and stuff and perks and all that bullshit that most game, like, wannabe Call of Duties do. And it wasn't too bad in closed beta phase, but like over the time they started adding all this bullshit that just made the game progressively worse. For example, they kept changing the statistics on all the weapons like a million times for no apparent reason, which was really stupid. Like, they altered the way the stocks work and the muzzles and all that stuff, and they did it like 14 fucking times, and it was getting a little bit ridiculous. People were kind of like, well, what the hell? Like, for example, I built a $20 weapon, $20 for a goddamn weapon. How stupid is it? I spent $20 on a fucking assault rifle, and only to have it in the next phase completely be useless to me because the stats were completely overhauled and turned into a complete piece of crap until eventually they redid the stats again. And it was just getting ridiculous, and unfortunately, the game's just progressively be getting more and more gimmicky and bullshit to me, and it's stupid. And they even have random spread, which is one of the stupidest things ever. Like, I don't even know why they have that, why they put that in a game. Most games go by where you're aiming, right? Usually the way you control your spread is by pure recoil. You have to compensate for the recoil of weapons. Games like Counter-Strike and Battlefield and other various games that I can't think of at the moment, that's how it's generally done. You fire, like Call of Duty, for example, is another game, but that's kind of a little bit ridiculous. They have random spread, so basically you can be pointing right the fuck at a target. You're like right on, like 100%, and your first round will land there. Your second round may go off to the right, may go off to the left, may go off to the bottom. It literally is completely randomized, so like no matter how precise you aim with your weapon, your bullets are still gonna spread in all kinds of directions based on however the fuck they feel is good. It's like, it takes the skill completely out of the game because now there is no precise, accurate shots. Like in this game, there's a little bit of spread, but it's not like uncontrollable spread where you're missing the target completely, even though your crosshair is over top. Your freaking reticle is over top of the target, but your spread is so bad that the bullets are actually not hitting them. That's bullshit. And unfortunately, Blacklight Tango Down doesn't have that issue. You can clearly see I'm able to kill everyone so fucking easily. Like, it's not even funny. I mean, I can bring out the whole definition of insanity thing going on here, because you look over there where they just shot me from. They keep going back to that same spot every single time and dying every single time. I mean, you can see me just teabag right there because I'm actually legitimately laughing hysterically at the fact that, like, they literally could not kill me. They didn't know where I was half the time, and they finally killed me, and I thought it was so fucking funny because I was just enjoying it. I mean, I put barely any effort into, like, killing them because I had such a good advantage because of the vantage point I was currently in, which I will currently go and delve into because I'm not going to be turning this into, like, a hate thing for Blacklight Retribution because I can make that in a Blacklight Retribution video. So, basically, this is Floodgate. It's a asymmetrical map. Pretty nice looking map as well, and it's really well designed. The thing I noticed about Zombie back when they made Tango Down is their maps were actually so smartly designed. Like, people would think that, and argue the fact that, you know, it's because you can get spawn camped. They'd be like, no, that's bullshit. The game's clearly flawed and the maps are horrible and horrendous because people can get spawn camped so easily. When you think about it, the maps were designed, sure, that you can get spawn camped, but at the same time, it's actually smart because the better team is always going to completely fuck over the other team. There's no, like, halfway between thing where people can just spawn behind you and shoot you in your ass, because that's completely bullshit. It's actually two massive forces pushing together, utilizing the map's options that they give you to get around targets, take advantage of certain opportunities to kill and destroy the enemy, which is actually fucking awesome. And I don't know why they decided that, because of that issue that they had in Blacklight Tango Down with the spawn killing that I so much loved, but people hated, they had to, like, make the maps all ridiculous, and then they came out with Blacklight Retribution, and they made all the maps, and the maps were just kind of lame. They weren't too great. All of them kind of just suck. The game just kind of sucks. It's not a bad game by any means. I still would rather play Blacklight than Call of Duty any day of the week. But it's just so damn insulting when you see a game like Blacklight Tango Down, which some people really hated just because they were like, oh, it's just a generic shooter. But the thing that when I look at this game, I see it so much more. Like, so much deeper than what most people think. The lore, everything. There's an actual backstory. There's actual factions. There's co-op. The co-op's not massive or big, but there's story elements and there's a lore behind it. When you're playing through the entire environments, you kind of get the feel of a story is being told just through the environments alone, which is fucking awesome. Games like Blacklight Retribution don't do that at all. I mean, I don't remember ever running around in Blacklight Retribution and pausing for a minute and looking around at the map being like, this is really, really cool. This is a really cool area. I don't do that in Blacklight Retribution. I did that a million times with Tango Down because I was like, holy crap, every map in this game feels completely different. It's almost like you're in a different continent every single time. It's almost like you're in a different world. Everything feels so different. It comes with the maps tell a story, which is phenomenal, where most games don't tend to do that. And every time I play it, I feel like I'm in this crazy adventure area, this environment that I just can't explain. It's like I walk into Narnia or some shit. The point is, Tango Down was so great. Even to this day when I play it, I get massive nostalgic, like, tremors and shit, just thinking about, like, all the good times and all the fun I've had with this game. And I was actually pleasantly surprised that I managed to play, like, 5 games in a row, which I recorded all of them, and they were pretty damn devastating, and I'm going to be uploading them in the next couple of days, maybe all at once. Probably not all at once, fuck that. But I'm going to be uploading them progressively over time. And it's actually, I was playing with a massive group of people, not like a huge full lobby, but enough that it was like 4 versus 4, 5 versus 5, and it was still really, really fun. They hated me because I was completely obliterating them, and you will see in the gameplays, you are going to laugh quite hysterically at the fact that they got completely raped by me. I pulled their pants off when they said no. I stuck it in their bum. And they just didn't like it, and that's what rape is, right? But except instead of, you know, that, it was pretty much just me penetrating them with millions and millions of bullets. It was awesome. And I'm actually thinking of doing a different kind of style for it as well. I'm thinking maybe I'll not do commentaries. It'll be a commentary, but it'll be kind of like I'll be commentating things that are happening and what my thought process was and all that kind of stuff. I kind of just try to make it kind of funny. Not consistent, though. Like, it'll be like brief moments of gameplay, then I'll say something relating to it or that's going to happen, and then or bring up something to your attention like, oh, watch this part because this guy's going to do this, and watch what I do to react to it and stuff like that. It may be a commentary like that. It's going to be a different kind of style of commentary. You'll see when I upload it. If you have a vague idea, you may know what I'm talking about. Basically, it's going to be like the audio plays loudly, but then I'll make the audio duck whenever I talk, and then it brings back up. And you'll kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. You'll see it, and then leave comments. Let me know if you actually like that style of commentary, because you know me, I like to try all kinds of new shit. I like to make all kinds of random videos. I'm kind of unpredictable in that way. I mean, I just put out a montage the other day. I have never made a montage in my life. I decided to make one. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I make all kinds of random videos, so... And feedback's what actually makes me pick which types of videos I keep making and stick around on my channel with. Otherwise, I just completely throw them in the trash and never make them again. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Take care, guys.